You're not innocent to this either. I'll be back. I'll be back. I was distracted for a sex. That was funny the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, ha! I knew it! It was all a farce.
Yeah, and one time I was going to write the I'm too busy at the moment. I don't remember where, but I wrote that I was too busty at the
Busty.
moment. So it's like, oh, damn. Well, I don't think Freudian slips count when you write down on the keyboard. At least not as much. So I hope.
I actually, before I came back on Saturday, I watched a movie called A Most Dangerous Method with Viggo Mortensen and the guy from Prometheus, Michael Fassbender, who portrayed Freud and Jung. Keira Knightley was in it too.
Right.
Wasn't very good. It was too Cronenbergian. So we need that little seed that's bouncing
and
back and forth.
This.
There are a couple ways there are obviously a couple solutions to get this too. We could, if we had the flame bolt spell, we could just blast one of them and take it. But instead, why don't we just cast fetch on seed? And you have to do this a couple times, I think, in order to get the timing right. Yep, see? Missed it.
Yeah.
I think our magic has to be a certain level.
That was good practice, if nothing else.
Yep. That's one of the nice things about this game compared to others. You don't have to really... You can, but you don't have to do any, like, grinding or significant amount of practice on things, usually.
I always love that, and that's usually when I grind the most, when it's optional. Because when the developer wants me to grind, I throw a sort of fit and... No, I don't want to grind, and then I don't do it. But if it's optional, then I can grind for hours.
Oh, got it.
Oh, nice.
Also, Magnat, I'm going to head you off at the pass. No grinding jokes, please.
Oh.
I love how they're just like, mm.
Oh.
They're sad. They're pretty in a grotesque way. Kind of a funny story, when I first played this game, I thought this thing right here was some kind of an item. It's just a crack in the rock, but it looks almost like it's a spear or a wand or something.
Yeah.
If you take the violent approach, as a thief or a fighter, you can throw things at the pods and break them open. I know as a fighter, the proper solution is to throw a rock at the seed.
I think if you're you can throw a dagger if you're a thief, I think.
Yeah. You can throw a dagger at the seed. You can also climb up and just stab the pod and open it up.
And I really like that. That they're programming in choice. It's
Go away.
Don't fight those guys just yet.
No. We don't want to fight those. We can fight goblins, but that's about all we can handle right now.
Yeah. I think there's one place where there's spawns only goblins.
Yep, here we go. First combat. Hostile intent is evident. You prepare for battle.
Did we save?
I just did. Oh, this battle is so complicated. Woohoo! As the fighter, I think you get a point for defeating every enemy once.
Yeah, one thing I remember from this game is how you shove your blade into the...
Yeah, this was the simplest combat system of all.
So... Nice.
Sorry, I'm just gonna enjoy this music for a second.
The sort of...
Hello, you're kind of cutting out there.
Right now?
You're kind of cutting out.
I think you need to call me again.
Okay, just a second. Okay, you should be fine now.
Right, can you hear me?
Yep.
Lovely, that was really... Yeah, this place. In a way, I really like the strong colors there.
Yeah, it's very distinct because this game takes place in the forests and sort of the mountains. Most of the game really has kind of a drab, dark feel to it, but this is very bright and obviously very safe. Large stone appears to be ancient and deliberately placed. Marks carved in the stone almost look like writing. Stone has the words Irana's Peace carved upon the top. There are some runes carved along the side. If thy will is magic, so shall I share. Open this stone and claim what is there. So let's do that.
Open that eye.
In a hole hidden beneath the ancient stone, someone has placed a scroll. Scroll vanishes even as you read the magical runes upon it. You now have the knowledge to cast a calm spell. The Codex of Ultimate Wisdom? So now we'll have one of the more amusing deaths in the game if I can, yeah, I can do that. I can just walk over here. Ah! Purple ogre.
Yeah. For some reason it reminds me of like a Muppet character or something.
Yeah, you should have studied harder. Why, how cute! You cast the calm spell and the monster visibly relaxed. Why, now it's calmly and relaxedly ripping you to shreds and eating you.
You should have brought a pie and it would have solved the problem, but instead you cast the calm spell like a fool. Exactly, Akugo.
I remember being so mad as a kid playing that. I'm like, what? You set me up for that. Of course I was going to cast Calm on a monster. This must be the town graveyard. What a rundown place. It's certainly creepy here, even during the daylight hours.
Sure, it's creepy.
And now for some nightmare fuel. Ah! Oh, that's not the music. Okay.
Are you scared about that right now?
Not that music. That wasn't the music I thought was going to play. It's a shame Fletchard isn't here. I'm sure he'd want to see all the deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Akugo. There's a couple of ways to die in that screen. You can either let the ghosts get you without using the unguent, or you can fall in that hole. And the death music that plays is incredibly creepy. It's a beautiful Spiegelzee. You pause for some peaceful reflection. Can't get away from German lands, can we, on this? You fill a flask with the clear lake water. We'll need that later. There's an Easter egg here that occasionally... Yep, there it is! It must be your imagination. What would a submarine be doing in a fantasy adventure? Perhaps you'd rather be playing Codename Iceman. It has a submarine. Ugh. Do not play Codename Iceman.
I don't remember. What's Codeman?
Codename Iceman, you have to play a... shoot. You play as a U.S.-American captain, and you have to pilot a submarine, basically.
Is it an adventure game or?
It's a Navy officer, that's right. It's an adventure game. You have to, someone's been taken hostage, and you have to pilot a submarine all the way from Hawaii all the way to in the Mediterranean. And
Is that is that the one that's like infamous for bullshitting you over far down the game if you like forget to bring identification or stuff like that?
Yep.
Yeah, then I've heard about it.
And
That's
also,
probably the reason why I've never played it.
oh, it's terrible. You have to follow, like, you have to, first of all, you have to have the manual, and you have to perfectly follow all of the instructions and directions that are given to you as far as piloting the submarine, even if you forget to, like, buckle your seatbelt or something. Even if you, like, you're supposed to descend, whoop, what's that? Seemed to have startled the white stag. You're supposed to follow the letter of the law of what they're telling you. If he tells you to descend to 500 feet, he will tell you to descend to 500 feet or whatever. If you descend to 100 feet, you'll die. It makes no sense.
So it's basically the adventure game equivalent of a quick time event where there's one proper method of procedure. I mean, it's in most adventure games it's like that, but not as strict in a sense.
And you also, there's a horrible puzzle where you have to, first of all, you don't even know you have to do it, but you have to gamble with this guy and win at dice in order to win this bottle he's carrying, the purpose for which is completely unclear to you until you get to the one spot in the game where you need it. It's just, even in Sierra logic, it's more bullshit than any. Oh god, I can't promise you all, well, I might watch that just to watch you fail, Swedish. And you will fail. You want to do this one?
Hang on. Wait a second. I'm back. I'm gonna do the voice.
Sure.
Yes. I am the Dryad, keeper of the woods. Are you one with the woods? Then you shall aid me, and I shall aid you in your quest.
I think if you say no, she's just like, okay, see ya.
Well, fair enough. Bring me a seed from the spore-spitting Spira?
Spirea, I don't know.
Spirea? Pizzeria of the north, that I may plant it elsewhere in order to preserve these rare and magical plants. And don't you make any jokes about seeds, Magnata.
Well, Swedish already made one about wood. And Magnata, for that matter.
Okay, get it out of your system, guys. Thus will you become true friend of the forest. I detect you have in your possession such a seed. Are you willing to give me the seed?
Yes, yes, yes.
Give the seed to me.
Done. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
But now it's the game's fault. Now this will boldly grow where none has grown before. Oh god, lady.
Nice Star Trek reference for you there. Mole. Mole, mole, mole.
Mole, mole. Heed now my words, friend of the forest, and heed them well. Friend, you must know that there is an evil in the valley which prevents the ways of nature. This prophecy says that a hero will bring a young human from out this darkness. If you are the one to accomplish this task, there is a potion to break enchantments which you must have the healer make. You must gather these ingredients, these MacGuffins. Flowers from Rana's peace, green fur, fairy dust, a magic acorn, and flying water. Farewell, friend. I must return to my concentration. May the forest forever surround you.
You see an acorn slowly fall to the ground. So, here's our first ingredient. I think I screwed up before. I got the water from the wrong area. I need to get it directly from the falls.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned team burgers.
Old-fashioned.
Probably saving too much. Although I guess you can't save too much.
I save way more. Well, this place.
You pick a handful of the smaller mushrooms and carefully put them away in your backpack. Now let's have some fun. Whoa, that was pretty wild, man. It's probably not a good idea to eat too many more of these mushrooms, though. Oh, man, dude. I just love how the mushrooms disappear. I am tripping balls, man.
That was a short high.
So if we do that again... Wow, look at all the nice paisley horses. Not to mention the beautiful neon sky. Where did all the pretty horses go? That's funny, I could have sworn I warned you about eating too many magic mushrooms. Your mind permanently warped, you die a garishly polka-dotted death.
Take drugs responsibly, kids.
Drugs are bad, okay? So let's take a few more. We can get some money from the healer for these.
I like how you're allowed to like take one, but not anymore.
But not anymore. Afro circus.
Oh, people have been telling me all day. Is that a drug-fueled hallucination, or are we actually being chased by a purple dinosaur?
We are actually being chased by a purple dinosaur. And he doesn't want to sing I love you and you love me.